Hit that like button. We back with it. Jim, Jefferies, FreeDUMB. FreeDUMB. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, let's get it.
And then they always say this, and this fucking spins me out. Well, I don't expect an Australian to understand freedom. What are you talking about? You constantly say freedom all the time. Like oh, we're so free, we fight for freedom, freedom, freedom. Come to the Freedom Lounge at the airport. Like, fucking what? You know when you're singing the national anthem at the baseball and the person holds the note free for a little bit longer than they should until all you Americans fucking come in your pants?
Yo! Yeah. Then they start dropping the tears and they get the slow clap and they...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, that's fast.
Longer than they should until all you Americans fucking come in your pants. For the land of the free. Oh. We're so free. Freedom is freedom, right? Free. Now, I hate to break it to you because I don't think many of you know this. There are 92 free countries on the planet. Democratic free countries. You are one of them. Every single English-speaking country on Earth is free, and most of the countries are also free.
That's
now,
crazy.
You're very free. Don't get upset. And I love America, I truly do. I live here and I love it. I have nothing against it. And none of the things I'm about to mention affect me in any way, right? You may not be the freest place on earth.
You gotta, when you say something like that, you gotta make sure that you gotta, you gotta hit him with the Mary J or the Lil Kim dance, because you gotta dodge everything.
Dance.
Yeah, because then you gotta dodge everything they throw at you, baby.
Okay.
You know, because you say something like that, people be tripping.
Yeah.
They be like, bruh, what you mean? America's not the greatest place. You mean to tell me places don't have to pay $10 billion a month in rent?
You may not be the freest place on earth. Just a quick example, out of the 92 free countries on the planet, you have the highest rate of incarceration. 1% of your adult population is in prison. That's double that of the country that comes in second, which is South Africa. And if you've ever been to South Africa's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
So you're double that of South Africa. So statistically, in the land of the free, you have the least amount of free people.
That's facts. A lot of people in jail.
Now, this is a super simple one. Super simple argument. In Holland, you can smoke weed whilst fucking a hooker in front of a cop. How dare Holland not be called the land of the free?
That's true.
I don't know, it's kind of fire.
I'll get away with a lot then, Holland.
I mean, there's a lot of places that wouldn't care about that, but I mean, Oregon. I'm just saying, Oregon be a little kinky. Vegas might not care either.
Yeah, probably not.
Honestly, or Nevada in general, because Parnum.
I know you said Vegas like it was a state.
Yeah, but Parnum. Bruh, whatever. That place that starts with a P and ends with a P.
How dare Holland not be called the land of the free? Do you honestly think you're competing with Holland?
No.
In Canada, just last year, they legalized assisted suicide for the sick, which I believe is the biggest freedom of them all. It's your life. No government, no religious group should ever tell you when you get to check out. If you're a pro-life person, good. Do it with your life, not mine. Right? Now, and also, I don't think they've thought about it. I don't think there's even the most evangelical Christian who's a burn victim, just like hanging onto life support in a hospital, just, I feel so free. And I'm so glad they're doing it in Canada, because if I ever had an assisted suicide, I wanted to be a Canadian doctor. I want some guy rocking up to my house like, okay, already then.
Hey?
So I hear that someone's given up on life, eh? All right, let me just set up my little death machine here, and I'm gonna put this in your vein, and you're gonna be so sleepy so soon. I tell you what, there.
I tell you what,
Oh my God.
very.
In Australia, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 20, they legalized prostitution. They thought it would be the downfall of our society, but it really wasn't. It was a great thing. Like in Sydney, where I grew up, the streets always had hookers walking around everywhere. There was needles, and it was a very seedy city in some parts, you know. And then what they did was they legalized prostitution. They moved all the hookers into brothels. And because they moved into brothels, all the girls had to be tested for STDs. And then the guys, they could see the tests as they go in, so it was safer for the men, but it was also safer for the women, because what they did was they put security in these brothels. So if you showed up like a drunk idiot, they wouldn't let you in. Or if you got a bit aggro, they'd kick you the fuck out. So the girls were safer, the men were safer. Human trafficking was all but eliminated. And tax revenue went up.
Yeah.
And the divorce rate dropped by 8%.
Yeah. I've always thought that is just the crazy. To tell people that they can't, like, for that to not be legal is so crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought that too.
But the reason why, to me, is because the human like, I don't know if you can say the word, but the P word. Okay, so the thing about I don't understand is if the government, okay, the government says you can't sell your coochie cat. Cool. But they not really telling you that you can't sell your coochie cat, because the crime for selling your coochie cat really not that serious. You're not going to do no time. It's literally just a fine. You get out of jail. It's an R&R. They don't hold you. It's that. So it's like, all right, cool. They're not telling you that you can't do it. They just telling you that you got to pay them to do it if you get caught. Which is so crazy, because if you was a P, you would go to jail for the same, I mean, not the same thing, but the same thing, basically, is what the government's telling you. I just think it's crazy to tell somebody what they can and can't do. Like, drugs are the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, to tell somebody that they can't do drugs is crazy. Like, to be illegal to smoke crack is like, for what? Because they're not telling you, they're not stopping you from smoking crack. They're just, if you get caught, you gotta pay a fine. So you're just, that's crazy, bro. I don't know. I feel that though, because, yeah, they could just make it way less nuts. I mean, I don't know.
8%. There is no downside to legalized prostitution. Now, in America, prostitution is illegal unless you film it. How is that possible? How the fuck is that possible?
It's crazy.
How do you have the biggest porn industry in the world and you still have illegal prostitution? Because it is legal to pay a woman for sex, but your friend Dave has to be in the corner with a camera. And Dave has to film it. And Dave has to promise to put it on the internet, because if Dave doesn't put it on the internet, then a crime has been committed. And that girl can be 18 years old. And then she can be surrounded by 10 men that she barely knows. And they can all jack off onto her face. until she's glazed with cum
That one.
and no crime has been committed.
Right.
But in America, and only in America, she's too young to have a beer. If anyone deserves a beer in the land of the free, the home of the brave, it's the girl with 10 loads of cum in her face. In fact, if you have 10 loads of cum in your face, you should get free drinks wherever you go. You seem like a fun girl.
Okay. Champion.
Or a heavy sleeper.
It's insane. Yo, nah, real talk though.
Short.
Yeah, we're 7 minutes, but I definitely feel that. Cause I mean, whether you agree with it or not, that's not really the argument. It's just, if you believe in actual freedom, there's no way you could think that that would make sense. You shouldn't be told what you can and can't do with that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's not freedom.
You can't charge somebody to use their body, and then it's literally like capital punishment. The crime of a crime, the punishment of a crime can't be the crime. That's crazy, bruh. So I kill somebody and then you kill me, but it's right because you kill me, but not the person that killed. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just crazy, bro. I don't know.
Welcome to America.
Jim Jefferies be talking though. He be getting me thinking every time. Drop a like. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Road to 50K. Let's
Run
get
it
it.
up.